It's Down Phoenix here. Another video today. I had one up already. Definitely check it out. But this is kind of a breaking news thing. I had to bite it while it's hot. So essentially, Google is blaming developers for some of the issues related to Stadia, such as the resolution not being up to snuff with certain games like Destiny 2, which is only running in 1080p, even though it's supposed to be offering a 4K stream. So on the surface, it looks pretty bad. Obviously, you're going to see a lot of other YouTube channels talk about this topic today and tomorrow, I'm sure. And a lot of them are going to look at it on the surface level and, call Google out, which on the surface level, yeah, it looks bad what Google is saying. But if you actually do a little bit of research and everything like that, you'll see that it's not that simple. It's not entirely Google's fault. It is definitely at least somewhat their fault because they really botched the launch of Stadia, and they could have nipped this in the bud much sooner, made sure everything was good to go before launching. But, they had their, I guess, dates set in stone, and they didn't want to make any adjustments. So kind of like the typical developer culture of nowadays where, once you set a date, you release it regardless of what condition it is in, and then just patch it later because that's just the culture nowadays. But there are a couple of things that people need to realize about Stadia that make it kind of a unique platform. So for one, it is running computer games, but it's not running them off of Windows. These games are actually Linux, and a lot of these games they have on there don't even have native Linux versions. So the developers definitely do have some tie to that because some coding is going to have to be done in order to optimize it for Linux as opposed to Windows. And maybe if the developers kind of brute forced it, well, I might explain some of the performance issues we've seen. Also, Stadia has a multi-tier server cluster that's running off of, as opposed to simple computers. It's not like they have a whole bunch of gaming computers with 2080 Ti's or whatever kind of graphics card hooked up to them, all running on this node. It's not like that at all. These are very specialized server clusters that have GPUs and things like that. I think Digital Foundry said it had a equivalent of a Vega 56 based on their estimation of the power and everything like that. So, and these are specialized systems. These are not like your typical, consumer desktop machines. So there's some optimization that's involved around that too, because it's going to run differently from that kind of computer. So Google's not entirely wrong here. Now, should they have said that? No, they shouldn't have said that. Google is just trying its best to damage control, which it's not doing very good at that. But that being said, do some research, guys. That's all I'm asking. Just look up on the internet. Look and see what's going on with that. Or you can just take the word of the clickbaiters. Your choice. Down Phoenix out.